So what's this video about? This video you're watching right now, it's about my music. I'm explaining each of the songs that I've released. So in case you don't know, I've been wanting to release songs for a long time. And so I've released 40 songs that are divided up into 4 different albums that will be distributed a month apart during this summer 2020. Some of these songs are really obscure or maybe confusing. So we're making this video now to explain each one of those songs and hopefully clarify for you the meaning of those songs, the inspiration of those songs, whatever other notable details I want to include. The idea is that you'll have a greater appreciation of those songs. My wife is here and she's going to be interviewing me, asking me questions about the songs. We're just going to go from there. So whenever you're ready, my love.
Jumping
my
in. I love you, baby girl. So who wrote this song?
So this song was written not by me, but by my sister Carly. I wrote the music, she wrote the lyrics. So when she was in 2nd grade, I'm guessing, she wrote the song for my dad, and my dad posted it up in his wall in his office, and there's like typos everywhere, super messy handwriting, misspellings everywhere. So I thought it'd be really funny to just read that page as is, verbatim, and put it into a song. Like, I don't know what the song sounded like in her head, but I just totally didn't bother to ask her and made my own thing based on those lyrics. This was in high school. In fact, all these songs were written in high school, this first album.
Bluesy My Love, NIEL'S song.
Bluesy My Love. So
what's this song about?
Okay, so I had a friend in high school, Neil Falk. We were thick as thieves. He was one of my best friends. He was sick. And we were in choir class, and we'd always be messing with the choir teacher, Mr. Smallwood. We'd do stuff like stick pencils in the ceiling. Sometimes we threw scissors at the ceiling. We got them stuck up there in the middle of choir practice. And so we're just messing around. He was a year older than me, so he graduated and was going to a Mormon college in Idaho. And so this song is me just kind of saying goodbye to him, kind of making fun of him for being Mormon, but it's okay because he made fun of me for being Catholic. That was just our thing. And the funny thing is, he showed all his Mormon friends at his church, and they all loved it, which is funny because I scream later in the song, and it's like a super psycho scream. So anyway, that was for my friend Neil. Hope he's doing well.
Hi, Neil. Circumstance, one of my favorites.
One of your favorites?
Yes. It's pretty simple, but there's some good words,
lyrics.
So
this song was so I was exploring GarageBand, which is the music mixing and recording and stuff. The DAW is the free one that comes with Mac. I grew up on that. I started messing around with it when I was literally in like 4th grade. This song was me just pushing the boundary a little more on what I could do with sound. Again, this was in high school, and then also making not just kind of dumb songs or songs that are just instrumental with no words. I decided, let's put some meaningful words in. So what's more meaningful than my faith? This is about my faith. Put to a track that I made that just sounds good. So it's kind of fun. It's not too serious, but the content is about my faith. So, and I didn't know it was your favorite or one of your favorite. That's cool. I didn't know that.
It definitely is. DANSMELL.
Okay, so DANSMELL is a song. I wrote so many songs about my sister Danielle, and they're not like super love songs or happy, nice songs that'll make her feel happy. They're songs that I hope will scar her or make, mess with her or make her cringe or mad. So this song is actually a super good song, I'm not gonna lie, especially like the beginning. Basically, this song is messing with her. We talk about, harming her animals, although
which we would never do.
We would never
did.
actually harm her animals. We'd just talk about harming her animals. And then I thought, what would be the most damaging to Danielle's soul? And that would be Dad yelling. Dad screaming at her through the track. So that's why you hear my dad screaming at her. And then and then everyone's applauding. By the way, she hates this song. Everyone's applauding, and at the very end, the final nail in the coffin, Carly's screechy voice yelling at her. So this song was a success fully. She hated it. So, and it's actually a really good song. And you were in this song.
I am featured in this song.
And you wrote the part that you sang. So go listen to that.
Yeah.
It's pretty psycho. What's next?
Defenestration. This is Noah's favorite right now.
Oh, my son loves this song. Okay, this song's just weird, straight up. Okay, so I literally...
Scott does this thing where he's really good about just making up lyrics. So this song, literally, I think you were in the office, in your dad's office, and just looking at random items and singing about them and looking in a catalog. and singing about the items in the catalog. I don't know how.
That's exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Go.
I literally pressed record, and it was one take, and whatever came out of my mouth is what you hear on this song today. And honestly, it's gold. I know my friends love it. So I'm just singing about catalog stuff on my dad's wall. I look up the computer that says iMac. I start singing about that, and then also I've been told that there's a part later in this song that is some of the most intense and catchy pieces of music that I've ever made. My sister Danielle was explaining how it's probably one of her favorite parts of any of my songs. The part where I'm singing Window. And this song's called Defenestration. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. You won't regret it. So
be educated. Okay. I have to make sure I'm going gas molecules.
So this song I wrote, this is a poem I wrote in 8th grade. I just used to write poems, I guess. So I wrote a poem in 8th grade, and it was a pretty funny poem. It's about, I'll let you listen to the content of it, but basically I recorded it later in high school, this poem I wrote in 8th grade, put music to it, and it's pretty catchy and it's pretty funny, and it's nice when you have your lyrics ready to go and you can just focus on the music after that. So yeah, and I mess with different vocal modifications like deep voice and other stuff. So Arnold Schwarzenegger made an appearance in this song for real.
Hopeless.
I'm actually really proud of it. It's a really good song that there's no instruments like on the computer, no synths or anything. It's just literally me on guitar, just live. And it's a full song that I wrote. I remember I wrote it when I was camping once because I had a crush on this girl and I wrote it for her. And I started sharing it to all my friends and was asking, should I say who it is? You know who it is.
Yeah, it's...
No. We'll never tell you who it is. That's imprudent. I'm married now. How dare you? Anyway, basically, it's a really good song. I never showed her, and I'm probably glad that I didn't. Good song. Go check it out. Oh, and then in the song, there's a whistling part, which I thought was super groundbreaking. Apparently, whistling's not that groundbreaking, but for me, I did it really passionately, so you can go check that out. Oh, wait. There's one part in the song that is probably one of my favorite lyrics, and it says, some people say I'm hopeless. Some people say I'm hopeless. I agree with them, I confess, but all I have to say is that although it's true, what's the value of hope if it keeps me from you? Sick! I love that line.
Great lyricist.
Really proud of that line.
Okay, this song is called Katie McIlvain. I think I know why you wrote this song.
Why?
Because I think at some point you thought I forgot my name.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
No, yeah.
I will never forget.
In case you ever forget your maiden name, I have it right there documented so
I almost typed my maiden name the other day, and I was
really?
like...
Not you, but you're Vasconcelos now. You're mine.
Yeah.
I've claimed you. Okay. That got sketchy.
Just a fun song.
Anyway, just a fun song. I sing her name a bunch, and the harmonies are sick, so check it out. Yeah.
Humongous Entertainment.
So this song was it was literally written because I was feeling nostalgic about video games and computer games that I grew up with, and I was looking at the games I had at the time and I was like, these are kind of crap, like they kind of are fails. And I was just thinking about games that I used to love, like Legend of Zelda and Pajama Sam, Spy Fox, Freddy Fish. These are just games that I loved, and so I wrote a song about it. And I love how at the end I get really intense and I make it sound like there's a crowd shouting. I picture an underground
riot.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a song I wrote about how video games used to have a lot more heart in them back in the day. Obviously, that's not true overall, but there's a lot of good examples of how games were better in the past. So,
Retired Heart of Mine.
This song is one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. It's a really good song, and my friend Simon Berdino plays the cone in the song and the tambourine. This song I wrote for someone that I dated, and I realized afterwards that this song, I intended it to be like, a romantic song. I wrote it for her, and this is, I thought it was a romantic song, but I realized later that it's less romantic and more kind of logical. I'm a dude, so I think logically, and I was thinking about the phrase, you are the one. And so if you say that to someone, you are the one, by definition, you're saying, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm only going to say this once, and I'm only going to say this once to you. But, at least in my experience, I've said it to more than one person. And so I was thinking, how can I say that without either saying I'm a liar or I don't know what I'm talking about? Because if you did know what you're talking about, you'd only say it to one person. So anyway, it's kind of a philosophical breakdown of commitment and loyalty to one person. And I don't know what else. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
And that's part 1.
That is album 1, so please go give it a listen if you haven't. And more explanations coming soon when the new albums are released. Thank you. Peace. And thank you, Katie.